Have you ever tried learning something as an artist but felt stuck because you didn't know where to start or what to go off of? Personally, I am very familiar with this feeling. If you feel that way, this video is for you. Number one, the first thing you gotta figure out is what you need to practice, and of course where you need to start. The best way to find this out is by drawing something, and I would recommend to do either a master copy, a landscape, a portrait of something, just something that you feel connected to. Once you've drawn what it is that you want to draw, you gotta take a really good look at it and really be honest with yourself. Even if your mom said it looks amazing, take a real good look at your drawing and find what you don't like about it. For example, here we have an example of a really bad drawing that I did last year at school. When I look at it, I can see that the face is lacking, the hands are lacking, everything's just lacking. It just looks bad. And here we have my latest figure drawing that I drew literally yesterday. It looks so much better than the last one, and you can really see the improvement. Number two, now that you've identified what you don't like about your drawing, I want you to write that down. Write those down in an order. Which one is looking the worst up top and which one is looking the least bad at the bottom. Number three, so let's say you struggle with hands. I want you to look at a bunch of hands in the style that you want to draw. Then go ahead and do some research about books that explain exactly the way they drew that. I'll show you a few books that I have that have helped me tremendously. There are tons, and you only need to find a book that resonates with you and the style that you want to emulate. I know that in our generation, the easiest thing is to just watch a tutorial. They're really good and they're available, I love that, but if you want to be able to draw something from every angle or to really understand your subject, I would definitely recommend reading books, especially the books that have master copies in them. Because when you draw from master copies or when you draw from a book, your brain is literally trying to find solutions to the issues that you're finding in your drawing. When you draw from a tutorial, you're just copying what the other person is doing, so you're just learning directly. And you usually draw, like, let's say a hand. You learn how to draw that specific hand from that video, but you don't actually understand hands. You don't really understand your subject. I hope that makes sense. Tutorials are great, don't stop watching them, but books are a game changer actually. Number four, we really gotta stop avoiding anatomy and figure drawing. Knowing what's under the skin, such as the bones and everything, makes drawing the body way easier. When I had first started art school, I didn't know a thing about anatomy or figure drawing, nothing. I didn't know anything. So I would just attempt to draw the figure and it would look so bad, it would turn out trash. So I would be so disappointed and so angry, but it was because I didn't know anything about anatomy or anything about figure drawing. Y'all got the recommendation to read Michael Hampton, Design and Invention. And I think that book really helped me personally with figure drawing. It gave me a new perspective on how to start a figure drawing. Because you realize that the gesture is basically the skeleton that you draw first. Then you add the second layer, which is skin and all that meat that is under the skin and all that. And once you've done that, it's easier to see what to draw. Another book that helped me was this one. I will record all of the books that I have in the end so that y'all can screenshot them if you want them or if you find them interesting. Number five, don't put too much on your plate. What I mean by that is that it's not good to focus on multiple things that you have to learn, because then it will be hard to focus on what you really need to learn. You need to really prioritize, because otherwise it will feel very overwhelming. So start small and make sure that you are getting familiar with what you're trying to learn. Get familiar before you try to jump onto the next thing and the next thing and the next thing, because then nothing will really stick. And this is not a competition. Matter of fact, the only person that you can compete with is yesterday's you. I hope these tips were helpful and that they inspire you to study more intentionally rather than doing a lot at once. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Mwah.